Africa. How are you doing today? Welcome to the HerNovation Convention 2021, where we talk to women in tech, about leadership, and for leadership. And did you know that companies that have women on their boards are actually more likely to have a better bottom line, that they have better performance because of diversity and inclusion? And did you have any idea that the fewer the women are at managerial level, the fewer the women will be at the standard level, which is the managerial level? And so the thing is that if you want to get more women on the boards, you have to start from the beginning of their careers. And if you don't do this, then we have a problem. So in order for you to understand what the broken rung is, let us have Laura Chite come and explain it to us, and then she can tell us why it is so important for women to get promoted in the first time in their career.
Good morning, women in tech in Africa. How are you doing? Welcome to HerNovation, the virtual summit for women in IT leadership 2021. I would love to talk to you today about why it is important for you to break the rung. The broken rung is a phenomenon that we've heard about for so many years, and the question is, what are we going to do about it? What does it mean? What is associated with it? What is stopping us from going in our careers? Before I go into my presentation, there's one or two things I want to talk about. The last year has been quite hectic for us for HerNovation. I know we have not been able to do much, and you do understand why. I'm one of those people who doesn't believe in complaining and complaining and complaining and not finding a solution. But you know, the pandemic has made it impossible for all of us to get together and support one another and execute on some of the programs that are promised by HerNovation. Now, as you do understand, HerNovation was created for three things. One, socializing, or rather networking for women in tech. Two, mentorship, and three, soft skills training. So this is why we've been unable to do some of these things, because we have tried to execute some of these programs virtually, but we've been unsuccessful. I do not understand why. Maybe one day you'll be able to explain to us why. There's some amazing programs that we pushed out that you are not able to pick up. For example, we pushed out a leadership training by Dale Carnegie, and I was very disappointed to see that not many of you picked it up. You have to take control and break your own rung. So I'm going to explain to you why it is important to pick up some of these things that we push out for you. Invest in your skills so that you're able to grow in your career. So what is the broken rung? The broken rung basically talks about the promotion from entry level for women and for men. Now, what happens with women and why we are victims of the broken rung is because from entry-level jobs perspective, we're not promoted to managerial perspective. And it is so sad to know that for every 100 men, only 72 women were hired or promoted, okay? 100 men were already promoted to managerial levels. Women, only 72 of us. And one would wonder why this is the case. And the concept, therefore, means that because so few of us are moved from entry-level jobs to the next level in our careers, the pipeline of women growing to senior levels gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So you will find at the end of the day that there are 62% of men at the top and only 38%, because we keep growing at a very slow rate, okay? This is not a good thing. Something else that's associated with the broken rung is the sticky floor metaphor. And the sticky floor metaphor actually talks about, it describes the phenomenon of women getting stuck. Can I have my next slide, please? It describes the phenomenon of women getting stuck at the lowest level of corporate hierarchy, okay? And we find this happens to us all the time. We are stuck at the lowest level of the corporate hierarchy. We get frustrated. We know what we are doing, and we do it very well. But even if you get to a point where you're comparing our salaries with those ones of our counterparts who are men, we are also not earning as much as they are. We're earning much, much less. And is it because we don't know how to position ourselves? Is it because we don't know our value prop? Is it because we are not telling our stories enough? And this is where HerNovation comes in. This is why it is important for you to take up some of the soft skills trainings that we offer you. You have to participate in your own rescue. Invest in yourself so that you're able to grow in your career and don't get stuck in that rung. The other thing that I'm going to talk about that is associated with the rung is the imposter syndrome. And all of you know about the imposter syndrome. This is the worst thing that women suffer from. I do as well. I need to give you a small story about myself. I got a call from this big corporate to join them at their senior management level. And I actually refused and said no, because I did not think I was good enough. So, do not think it is only you who suffers from the imposter syndrome. We all suffer from the imposter syndrome, but we must break free of those chains of the imposter syndrome. Some of the symptoms of the imposter syndrome are, you think you're just lucky. You always feel you're a fraud. You know, you think they will catch up with you, they're on to you. You know, you always feel others are better than you. If it's not perfect, you know, they'll know I'm a fake. Who says you're a fake? You're good at what you do, you know. I'm never good enough. Why do you feel you're never good enough? You know, I'll get found out and I don't deserve it. You deserve it. Stop this feeling of imposter syndrome and be your own champ. Build a team of cheerleaders around you who will encourage you to grow into better places, to gain your confidence, gain your wisdom, learn how to tell your story, okay? So how do we catch up as women and break that broken rung and get to the next level? First, be bold. Be bold about who you are. Be confident and bold, okay? Make a business case for your promotion. You do understand, from the beginning, as I said, we are not getting the opportunities to grow. But if you go and speak the right language to your manager, okay, you will grow to the next level. Then remember, when you make others rise, we all shine. We are a village. We must pull each other up. Because today, if it's me who's at the top, tomorrow I will pull you up. So always remember to be my cheerleader, and let's help others rise. Because this is a reflection of who we are and how we all shine at the end of the day. When one of us is at the top, they perform well, then they start thinking about the rest of us and seeing how we will be pulled to the top. And then don't wait for titles to take on responsibilities. I remember in my previous, two previous jobs, there was always something we used to be told to do, which is called pick up stretch assignments. Pick up stretch assignments. What do? They give you the opportunity to learn on the job. So that means you gain experience. That means you get to network outside your comfort zone. That means you get the opportunity to fix problems in a different way. So titles mean nothing. If any of you has ever received an email from at least Laura Chite, there is no job title in that email. Because titles mean nothing. It's about how you deliver and how you deliver well. What else should you do? Believe in yourself. I talked about this in the imposter syndrome. You must believe in yourself. The other thing you must do is get a mentor. This is why we have HerNovation. It's a mentorship program. It gives you the opportunity to mentor. We partnered in an organization known as Wentors. I know some of you have been mentoring, some of you have been mentored. It's a global organization for women to get mentorship. So please, sign up for Wentors. Anytime you see a mailer come through from HerNovation, please sign up and get the opportunity to get a mentor. And besides a mentor, there's something called a sponsor. And I hope you do understand the difference between a mentor and a sponsor. A mentor is the person you talk to about your career plans. A sponsor is the person who will be sitting at that table and knows about what you do and will market you or talk about you at that table where decisions are being made. Let us not misunderstand the meaning of a sponsor. So you need both a mentor and a sponsor to be able to grow in your career. Know your worth. Never undersell yourself. Know your worth, okay? Do not let anybody take advantage of you. If they do not understand your worth, then this is your opportunity to walk away. The right thing will come your way. Finally, learn something new. Learn something new. Take up the trainings that are offered to you, okay? Pay for some of these trainings. Go out of your way to read self-help books. Network with other women who have grown or who are doing different things so that you learn something new. So always learn something new so that you're able to grow in your career. Now, finally, for those of you who are bored, as you know, I'm very passionate about women growing in their careers, so it is important for all of us to make a promise to ourselves that in 2022, these are the things that you will do. As the new year kicks off, these are the things you will do. You have between now and December 31st to think and plan around the things that you will do to break the rung. 1, set goals and create a plan, okay, to achieve them in 2022. Set your goals now. Please do not wait a moment longer. Set your goals now. Develop a timeline, including milestones. Now, why is it important for you to develop a timeline, including milestones? And here I will add, include an accountability partner. Very important. Who you will keep doing checks with to make sure that you are on track with your timeline and you are achieving your milestones to your career growth. Okay? Thirdly, utilize any programs that have been offered to you, whether they are company, whether they are from programs like HerNovation, whether they are other programs that support women to grow in their careers. Please utilize these programs. Take advantage of them. As I said, you need to invest in yourself. And remember, for you to break the rung, it's not only about your technical skills, which is where we go wrong as women in technology. We think it's only about our technical skills. There's the aspect of your soft skills that you must in, because the higher you grow in your career and the more you break the rung, the more your conversation becomes around business discussions. So you need the right language. You need to be able to tell your story. You need to be able to position yourself. You need to be able to negotiate and know your worth. So utilize the programs that are being pushed your way. Do not shun them aside and say you don't have time. Because trust me, those who have time are the ones who will grow. And you will wonder why you've been left. Own a career growth plan. Please put together your career growth plan. Sit together with your mentor. Put together your plan. Where do you want to be in 2 years, in 4 years, in 7 years, in 10 years? Whether it's in employment or running your own business. Because remember, you have to keep growing in your career so that you can create space for the others who are coming behind us. The girls in ICT who are graduating and starting their careers in technology have to find a gap for them to be absorbed into the system. You cannot sit in that position forever. So always have a plan so that you grow, okay, and create a gap for them to be absorbed into the system. Yeah, you must pay it forward for them. And then write it down. And in this case, I am going to insist, get a pen and paper and do it the traditional way and write it down. Because that's the way you will remember. You will remember that you wrote it down somewhere. Write it down in your own words, okay? And make this your promise to yourself in 2022. Ladies, and if there are few gents who have joined us, thank you so much for listening to me. I am so happy that we are here another year of HerNovation, and I look forward to us having an engaging session, and I will see you at the end of the day when I'm passing my vote of thanks. I'd like to thank our partners who have joined us today. ESET, which is a security solutions company, please speak to them. East African Breweries Limited, thank you so much for what you're championing around women. We are so happy to have you on board as partners. And I'd like to also add VMware, who are one of our partners as well, for making this happen. We look forward to engaging with you today. Cheers and have a good day. Thank you.